present to all of you an evening with Michele Bailey and the launch of a very special book. The book, of course, that you have seen. It's not all about you, it's about the company that you keep. My name is Peter Beresford. I'm a friend of the author. On behalf of Michele and all of the Blazing team, we want to welcome everyone here this evening. And I understand we have some guests who have traveled from quite a way across Ontario. I heard some guests are here from Elliott Lake, from Sudbury, from Windsor and London. To all of you, and all of you that are here locally, welcome to this very special evening. Michele asked me if I would help tonight and act as your MC. And for those of you that know Michele as we do, when Michele asks you to do her a favor, I don't think anyone would say no. She is a most charming and persuasive person. She actually asked me if I could tell a few stories about my relationship, my friendship with her through business, along with my partner Ron Gardner, and how we've worked with Blazing over the last year. So first, let me introduce myself, and you'll understand the perspective as I introduce Michele. I was a global executive with McDonald's Corporation for 31 years. For those of you that have not heard of that company, they sell hamburgers, French fries, and Coca-Cola. I served as a senior executive around the world for many years here in Canada as the Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer. I helped open the Russian company, and I did all of the marketing and PR then just for fun, and I know Michele loves this story. Here in communist Soviet Union at the time when we first started, marketing was something they knew nothing about. So my business cards read Vice President of Propaganda. And really a true story. I also ran McDonald's in Japan, and I ran McDonald's in the UK and Ireland. But then finally I was the global chief marketing brand officer, and I introduced a campaign you might have heard of called I'm Loving It. I tell you that background for one simple reason. I know a lot about advertising agencies. I've hired them all over the world. And when it comes to the successful ones, what I've learned is that they have one thing in common. Every successful agency, regardless of the size, knows that their greatest asset is the people within the agency. They're the fuel that literally drives the engine, and the creative engine. The best leaders of the advertising agencies that I've been associated with create the kind of environment and culture that allows their people to succeed. Well, I learned a year ago that Michele Bailey is one of those dynamic leaders. My partner Ron Gardner and I were consulting for the Downtown Oakville Business Association, and we needed to help them find a new advertising agency. Well, we surprised the 4 finalists for the selection of the agency by requesting a visit to their office a week before they were actually to present to us. Now, we said to them that we want to have a coffee session just to get to know them. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth, and I've told this to Michele. It was a trick, because really what my partner and I wanted to do was see the real people and understand the real culture. And the best way you do that is by going and having a coffee session in their home before you hear them pitch to you. Well, I have to tell you, we walked in, from the first moment we walked into Blazing, and there's so many great Blazing people here who are our friends now, we knew that this was the real deal. A week later, obviously, with great pleasure, I tell you that we hired them. And they're the agency for Downtown Oakville right now. And we've had a ball over the last year working together. Now here's the amazing part. Their recipe for success is no longer a secret. It's right here. It's all in this book. You know, I said, Michele, this is akin to McDonald's actually giving someone the recipe for the secret sauce. Well, It is truly an amazing book. I have my copy. I hope you have yours. You will certainly have a chance before the evening is out to get one. There's three things that in this book that really resonated with me, and I just want to tell you those three. First of all, Michele's strategic approach. You know, when I was in Japan, a wise man once told me that a vision without action is a daydream. Now, he went on to say, on the other hand, action without vision is a nightmare. He concluded by saying, success comes when you find harmony with both. Well, Michele Bailey has found harmony in both. Her book resonates this philosophy, and in fact, it seems to be a cornerstone of everything she's done in her career. Second, a real respect for the power of branding. You know, they say a product is what you sell, but a brand is who you are. And when you respect the power of branding, really you understand a fundamental principle. And that principle is a brand is everything, and everything you do with that brand is essential. Well, Michele, in her book, I think took it even a step further. She's almost saying, not literally, but in my words, that a brand is everyone, and everyone is a brand. And finally, the third thing that really resonated with me, Michele, the shadow of a leader. Cultures within organizations are created by the leader and the shadow that they cast. Smart leaders understand that a culture will be created within an organization regardless of whether you choose to have that or not. Here's an example. If you're a tyrant, you can imagine the culture that you're going to create in the organization. It will be created for you. But an inspirational and motivational leader creates a very different kind of culture. Michele understands the importance of creating a culture for success, and she talks about it throughout her book. In fact, in every chapter, Michele talks about creating a winning culture. It's no wonder that she was chosen as the 2010 Oakville Entrepreneur of the Year. Small wonder that she was chosen as the 2012 winner of the International Alliance for Women World of Difference 100 Award. And she was specifically noted for her contributions to the economic empowerment of women. No surprise that she was a founding member of the Women's President's Organization in Canada. Now, there are many other credentials and awards that are written in this book, but I can't share those with you right now because I want you to buy the book and read it for yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, won't you join me in welcoming a very special lady? She is a wonderful friend to many of you. She is a mentor to many of you. She's certainly an inspirational leader, and she is soon to be a best-selling author. She said to me tonight at 5 o'clock, I'm a little bit nervous, and I said, of anyone I know, my dear, you do not need to be nervous because you are with 200 of your best friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Michele Bailey.